Mary glanced down at her tank top striped with all the colours of the rainbow. So what? Hippies are very cool. I saw a top like this on the telly, and Mum helped me knit it. She replied. You knitted it? He eyed the top more closely. Not bad for a farm girl. Mary slapped at him, but he dodged her. Come on, let's go and check out those tadpoles. My frog was looking sad this morning. I reckon he needs some company. Jamie took the tatty net from under the dry log. The pond was located on the bank, a few yards from the river, which followed the road along to the neighbouring farms. After a couple of hours and a jar full of tadpoles, they lost focus. I'm hungry, Mary. Guess we better head home. You don't want to be late and get your bloody dad all worked up again. Jamie gave her a wink as he walked off. As she waved goodbye to her friend, Mary's joy dissipated. She slowly mooched up the driveway and a subtle darkened halo of malaise reappeared. Is that you, Mary Chantal? Yes, Mum. What can I have to eat? Hazel Hampton kissed the top of Mary's head. As Mary opened the fridge door, she gently nudged her daughter aside. Don't touch anything in there. It's nearly dinner time. I'll make you some Marmite on toast, she said. I'm starving. Can I have cheese as well, please? Her mother brushed Mary's fringe out of her eyes. Only if you let me trim this. It's a wonder you can see. I like it long, Mum. Please don't cut it. Why the fuss? Don't you want people to see your beautiful big brown eyes? No, I don't. They're just normal eyes like everybody else's. Don't say that. As she stormed out of the kitchen, she heard her mother mutter, Puberty. Mary wanted to scream back that it was puberty all right, but not in the way her mother meant. She escaped out to her new room, a converted shed at the rear of the house. She hated this room. In the last few weeks since she moved in, her father had made a lot more of his secret visits. His threats resonated in her head. She pushed the bad thoughts away as her mother hovered in the doorway with the plate of toast. Mary thought her mum was attractive, despite being a bit nervy. She had a nearly flawless complexion and hair the same dark russet colour as her own, but she looked tired and tense. I'm sorry, love. If it's that important to you, then I guess we can leave your fringe for a bit, Hazel said as she entered Mary's bedroom. Mary shrugged. It was impossible for her not to respond to the worry in her mother's eyes. Mary couldn't conceive of adding to her worry by explaining to her mother that it wasn't really about the haircut at all. Come on, sit up, love. I thought you were starving. Mary wiped her eyes and sighed, then accepted the plate from her mother rather than dragging things out. Thanks. Her mother eyed the bare walls. It's been nearly 6 weeks since Dad moved you in. What happened to all the ideas you had about decorating the walls? Hazel asked. To save answering, Mary crammed her mouth with toast. Would you like me to help you do one of your special collages? Or we could buy some new bright paints. Her mother leant over and brushed a stray crumb off her daughter's cheek. Mary caught her mother's hand and held it tight. I liked being in the house near you. I promise I'll never wet the bed again. Can I move back to my old room, please? She laid her head on her mother's arm. Look, love, we've been through this 100 times. Susan needs her own room, and you and I now need a dedicated sewing room. Besides, we've nearly got the bedwetting sorted out. Dad went on about it for so long, and he's gone to so much trouble to make this nice for you. How could her mum be so blind? Then, can I at least have Grandma's old books here in my room? The ones with the heavy covers? Mary said. You mean the women's classics? You funny old thing. If my mother was still alive, she'd be thrilled that you're keen to read those old stories.